Good evening, America, and welcome to the Frosty Debate 2025. Tonight, we will be discussing the history and impact of a beloved Christmas and American icon. An icon that is divisive in the modern political climate, an icon that inspires many as much as he also frightens. Tonight, two perspectives will emerge to battle one another, to make clear how we should go about thinking about this man of snow, how we should treat his legacy, and how we should move on as a nation knowing he'll be back again someday. And by the end, we hope to be a little smarter, a little more understanding of this divisive topic, but really, we'll all be dumber by the end, having learned nothing. And really, isn't that just what American politics is in general? But anyway, I digress. Anyway, I'll be your moderator, Citizen Hal, and now for the candidates. In this corner, he's a frequent guest of the podcast, a huge supporter of the Howard the Duck is Good Actually movement, and a staunch anti-Super Friends advocate who hails from the magical made-up land of Canada. Please welcome your anti-Frosty candidate, Mr. Brian.
Thank you. All of those things are true. 100%. Dolphins are winning the Super Bowl this year.
And in this corner, having been only on once before, is seeking to make his triumphant return that isn't just a glorified cameo in the Thanksgiving episode. Firmly pro-Lynchian, fears Las Vegas, and is silent on the Lambs issue. Here now that his PC is working again, please welcome your pro-Frosty candidate, Mr. Izreal.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I've been anticipating this appearance for such a long time. I'm very grateful for you to allow me to be on here again.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, welcome to the Frosty Debate. We're here to debate Frosty, as the title suggests. Welcome. Anyway, so let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen. Okay, we have a lot to discuss, a lot to debate. So, with that all out of the way, I have here a quarter, an American quarter, that has a head of George Washington on the other side. The old man of the mountain, the New Hampshire. It's one of those state quarters. So, Brian, I don't know, you live in Canada. Anyway, we have these state quarters throughout the early 2000s. We made quarters where each state got its own quarter. So
Americans are so egotistical. That's crazy.
So this New Hampshire quarter, it's really cool. Anyway, so it has the man on the mountain face. So I'm going to say heads is the George Washington heads. Tails is the New Hampshire side. Brian, heads or tails?
I'm going to pick tails.
Okay.
Because that's just a better word.
Okay.
I'll pick heads.
I flipped it on the computer. Sorry. What did it land on? It landed on tails. Mr. Brian, you are elected to go first. Your opening statements on Frosty the Snowman, 1969.
Okay. So here's the thing. I've been preparing this for a long time because actually I have this quote here that I think will represent a lot of just why I don't like Frosty. And I think Hal you'll actually note this one is very particularly noteworthy, where a while ago, this was 2024. That's not a while ago. That's a year ago, whatever. But the point is, it was stated I won't say who said this quote, but you'll like who said it. The quote goes, "Frosty the Snowman, he just wasn't a nice man. He was very rude, and he brings disrespect towards the holiday season. And I think he's a bad role model to our children." Now, Hal, tell me, who do you think said that quote? And it's not me.
Genghis Khan. I don't know who said it.
Well, the correct answer, and you might find this noteworthy, it was actually Drake May, the quarterback for the New England Patriots.
Oh no!
I don't think that's true.
Izreal, I'm sorry. I'm leaning towards Brian now. You got a lot of work to do, buddy.
And if you notice, actually, what other football teams exist? Hold on. The San Francisco 49ers.
You're already polling.
Gentlemen, please.
Lost on multiple occasions. They have actually said that Frosty is the best of the three 1960s Christmas specials out of the three main ones.
The 49ers said that.
Yeah, the 49ers said that.
The 49ers who are 9-4 right now?
Yeah, the 9-4 49ers, led by Coach Jonathan 49er. They said that. and it's just terrible.
Okay.
It's
Mr. Izreal, I'm going to turn towards you. What is your opening statement on Frosty the Snowman 1969? Please, sir, the floor is yours.
The Frosty, it's a very classic special,
Ooh.
It brings a lot of good around the holiday season when it comes to showing the pure joy of it, I feel like. Frosty is a very strong role model when it comes to what to be in life, which is happy, joyful, and just a kind-hearted soul who's very selfless is a thing. And you see that all throughout the special when it comes to who he is as a person. And I believe that you really feel it, throughout all of the specials, I feel like. No matter it's a special.
I
He
would
brings
disagree
strong
with
American
him.
Values. How?
Well.
How, Brian? How?
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. See, I'm gonna be honest. He really bugs me. I can't have any irrational explanation for this one. But back when I rewatched the special the first time in 2023, I was just like, I just don't like this man. He bugs me. He annoys me. And I think there's actually a good reason for this. And I do have a good reason for this. Now, see, first of all, the narrator of the special is racist, and we know that now.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Well, listen, no, it's the same design, the same person. But
no, it's not. No, it's not the same design. No, it's not. Objectively, not the same design.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
It's objectively no.
Here's the
thing.
Caricature.
Someone made
caricature. It's a caricature to exaggerate his negative features. But here's the thing.
Yeah, and
here's the thing. The hat is an important plot point here. The hat that belongs to the magician, who's the best character in the first special, I will say.
Professor
He has
Hinkle.
a funny voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a terrible name, but that's okay. It's not his fault. He was just born like that. But no, he's there. He's having a good time. But then everyone hates on him, and then he loses his hat. And Frosty continues to wear this hat for the rest of the special. Now, here's the thing. You may argue, well, Frosty needed it. That's how he stays alive. But here's the thing. That is also theft. And is this special really promoting? Wait, actually, oh shit.
No,
hold on. I just thought of the greatest connection of all time. Oh my god.
The greatest connection?
Yes. Okay. So basically, this special airs in 1969,
Sure.
shortly after the 1968 presidential elections. Richard Nixon goes into office.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So Frosty, we could call a very Nixon era America like core special.
Okay.
Lincoln / Bass is Republican / Bass. It all makes sense. But here's the thing. What did Richard Nixon do in office? He did Watergate.
Okay.
And Frosty's, I won't say that Frosty caused it, but if you look at the way he lies in the special and the way he teaches theft is good, we can see how his theft would lead to Richard Nixon thinking that breaking into the Democratic National Convention was a good idea. We can see the link here. So
you're saying that because Richard Nixon watched Frosty the Snowman, he decided, hey, Watergate would be a good idea.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He became a crook because of the snowman. And I think that a lot of the special points to this, because see, there's a scene where he's walking through the town. He's like the song, which is a terrible song, by the way. It's
not. No, it's not. It's
an okay song. Like, honestly, I think it's one of Elliott Smith's less good works. But anyway,
shut up! Oh my god! You can shut your mouth.
I knew that one would get you.
I hate you. I actually hate you.
I knew that.
Gentlemen, please, we can have order.
Okay, no, but so he's walking through, and there are a lot of things that happen that you can fall directly on the snowman because he's walking, and then the guy's mustache gets cut in half. And then
do you think that maybe that's a bit of a reference to perhaps the National German leader Adolf Hitler, because it's one-sided mustache?
That is exactly what I'm saying. You're on point here. But then also the cop, he chokes on the little whistle he's got, and we don't know what happens to that cop. He could be dead for all we know.
Now, could that perhaps be a reference to, or perhaps a prediction to, when a cop chokes another? Never mind. I'm aborting the joke.
Oh. But listen, there is just a lot of examples of just violent crime. And also, I will say, there is a staunch global warming message to this special that I
Sure.
think is often overlooked. Basically, so there's the scene where Frosty's playing with the kid. He's like, "Happy birthday," yada yada yada. I mean, who cares?
Mhm.
He's like washed anyway. But he sees the thermometer and he's like, "Oh no, it's getting hot in here. I have to go to the North Pole." Now, here's the thing: did he really have to go to the North Pole? Or was he just denying the fact that it's getting warmer because of our declining climate and Frosty doesn't want to address the real issues, so he wants to go to the North Pole? Like, how can we not factor that into things?
No, it's because it never turns into summer in North. That's why. Because guess what? There's something called the Four Seasons, asshole, in most of the rest of the world, and there, he knows he's safe as Santa Claus because of that.
Well, here's the thing.
That's why he went there.
I mean, here's the thing. Do we know that even Santa likes Frosty? Maybe he just feels bad for him.
Yes. No. Because they're clearly very nonchalant with each other. They're very chill.
They're very much bros.
Yeah, they're bros.
They're bros. Much like how Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein are bros.
No.
Actually. No.
No, not like that. Oh, okay. No. Okay. Mr. Izreal, please elaborate then.
There's also noticeably like a gap in footage between Frosty and then when he melts. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
But there's not. That's because it's from the audience perspective. That's why that happens. It's not.
Oh,
because...
I thought it was. Well,
I thought footage was missing then.
Yeah, I think footage was missing of something that might have happened there.
No,
maybe Santa brought in a candle.
Well, no, that's not what. No, it was literally a greenhouse. Greenhouses are meant to be hot in order to keep the plants, warm. That's why. Well, that's why they exist.
See, you have a point, but also not really. Because
what do you mean not really? What do you mean not really? It's a greenhouse.
Maybe Santa set up that greenhouse. Maybe he put it there knowing Frosty would walk in.
Are you saying the greenhouse was funded by Santa Claus?
Yeah, I'm saying that Santa Claus privately funded this greenhouse in order to get Frosty into it. No, it was a setup. Like, they knew what would happen.
No, it wasn't. Absolutely not. You are just trying to make these connections in order to make Frosty swing as fast as possible. Okay. I mean, I can do this myself. Okay, so you know what came out in 1962?
What came out in 1962?
Tales of Tinker
Tales of...
Okay. That's a great special. That's a wonderful special.
Okay.
And you know what else happened that year?
What else happened?
Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Okay. I'm semi-following.
One of those tales. I believe one of those Tales of Tinker was an allusion to them it causing the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's what I believe happened.
Okay.
Now here's the thing about the Cuban Missile Crisis, is that there were no Muppets on the scene of the crime. Now, does this mean that Jim?
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
Well,
how do you know?
Were you there, Mr. Bryan?
Well, that part we don't have to talk about. So let's just say that I was around Cuba during a certain event.
A certain missile crisis, you could say.
They happened bi-yearly.
Bi-yearly. Okay then.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing about that, though. If the Cuban Missile Crisis was really that bad, hold on.
It nearly caused another war, Brian. That's what happened.
Well, it didn't, though. That's the thing. It was, and here's actually where I'm going to spin this. Who stopped that from happening? Jim Henson did. And here's actually why I know. And here's how I know why. Here's how I know why. What color do you think of when you think of Cuba?
I don't know. I don't really think of a
I can't even think of a color. Please go on, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're already failing.
I think that the color that we...
Hold on. You're trying to say it's green, but it's not.
No.
So you're saying Jim Henson stopped the Cuban Missile Crisis?
I think Jim Henson stopped...
J.F. Henson?
The Cuba flag is not even green. It's fucking blue, white, and red. That's what's on there.
Yeah, blue.
I thought that was the French flag.
And what is that if not American patriotism? And who's the biggest American patriot we know? Jim Henson. And I think he saved the day.
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. You're grasping at straws.
Do you think the Great Muppet Caper was based off the Cuban Missile Crisis?
I don't
like the scene where they're riding the bikes. It's Jim Henson found a lot of joy in that because he was like, these bikes remind me of the free will I had before the missiles, the Cuban missiles. So
Are we sure that's not? Are we sure that's not kind of insensitive though, Brian? Are we sure about that?
well, I think it's because he sort of expressed his grief through art. It's very Lars von Trier like in that way. I feel.
Shut up! Shut up! That
Gentlemen-
is not what Lars von Trier
Gentlemen,
does. That is
please,
not what
please,
he
let's keep it
does.
civil. Okay, democracy is on the
moderator
line.
Hal, you seem pretty silent on what your Frosty opinion is. I think
My
I think
Frosty
need to keep-
opinion? Well, gentlemen,
Yeah.
I guess if I had to pick a side, I do have to say I am pro Frosty the Snowman 1969. Purely because, well, I'm very nostalgic for it. It's something I grew up watching.
Yeah,
something-
Yeah, same.
Now, will I say it's my favorite movie ever? No, of course not. I think that has
If
many
you did, I think you have like arrest warrants out here.
many glaring issues. The animation a little choppy, okay? Now, Rankin Bass is not known
Yeah,
for
but,
its
like-
pristine.
See, I hate Rankin Bass. I have to make that up front. I'm not gonna lie. They're
Oh, okay. So that's why you're trying to pin everything on Frosty like that, so you can like try to, get out. You're trying to fucking get your way to like.
Well, no. I have a good reason to hate Rankin
First
Bass.
Frosty, first.
Actually,
first
no, I have-
Frosty, next to
I have
then
receipts of
Frosty
this.
Rudolph.
I have receipts of this because let me explain. You guys remember my iconic quote in the Super Friends episode where I talked about old people cartoons?
And how they're all bad.
Yeah, how they're all bad.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, every single special we're about to talk about in this video fits under that
Uh-huh.
legislation. And in fact, I have a big claim to make about the Legend of Frosty the Snowman later. But what I will say is I think it's actually the last old people cartoon ever made because it came out in 2005, which is the last year in my cutoff point.
Okay.
So
Okay,
so-
sure.
the point is, I think what I'm getting at there is that Frosty is like the harbinger of like old people cartoons.
But
And the
that's the
special-
issue. You're being racist towards old people cartoons, especially since.
Well, hey, listen,
said
no, some
80
old people cartoons are good. Frosty, actually, all of Rankin Bass in general is like the anti-goat of 60s Christmas.
No, but you
cartoons.
said,
There's, like-
but you said all of them. That's the issue.
well,
you
listen,
put
it's
them
all of
into
them
the
and
same-
none of them. I pick and choose. I'm very picky. But here's the thing.
Wow,
Cherry pick.
wow, okay, I see how you are. You're just yeah. But what Hal said, you're just cherry picking things in order to fit your
I'm
narrative.
cherry picking.
In order to, yes, that's what you're doing.
Well, no one said I was cherry picking.
Well, we just did.
Well, do you have evidence for that?
Yes, because what you just said. What you just said. We have it on recording.
Well, I mean, maybe that'll just get conveniently cut. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, it will
Hold
not. No,
on.
it's not getting cut. It's
Yo,
not
hold on.
getting
I just
cut.
thought of another great connection.
This is live.
See, this part might get
Yes.
conveniently cut out. And you want to know what's got conveniently cut out?
Uh,
Why?
Richard Nixon talking about Watergate in the Nixon tapes. He cut that part out. and guess who?
he's got a good point there.
and guess who caused both instances?
No, it's
A
not.
certain snowman.
No,
just
it was
saying.
not. It just was not. It absolutely was not. You
I
don't
think it
even have any
100%
evidence of that
was.
fact. You don't even have any evidence of that fact.
Do you have evidence to back up that Frosty the Snowman was there at the Watergate Hotel that very night?
I do actually have evidence for that.
Okay.
And,
No, you don't.
And here's
No, you
actually
don't.
here's why. Do you know the scene in the short where they're riding on the train, like the train scene, they get on the train cart?
The train
Yeah,
scene,
it's
yes,
very
yes.
cute scene.
Okay.
Yeah, the train scene.
Yeah, it's very-
Mhm.
Why did the cake not be wrapped up? It's just a full cake. They don't have it's not in a box. Should have put the cake in a box.
Okay.
And you might be thinking, what does this have to do with what I just said?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Okay.
If they can't wrap a cake in a box, what makes you think that they could sneak into the Democratic National Convention?
What are you talking about?
I mean, he's got a good point there, though, Izreal. Let's
No,
be
no, no. I
real.
got a good point here.
No, he doesn't. It's just fundamentally not.
No, it makes sense because if they can't even wrap a cake, what makes you think they can pull off a heist?
Mm.
You're such a miserable. You're so miserable.
I'd argue I'm not very miserable. Actually, I'm pretty
Yes,
happy.
you
with what
are.
he's doing. Which
Yes,
actually
you
reminds me
are.
of his catchphrase. I hate his catchphrase, by the way, when he's like "Happy birthday." Like first of all, like it is your birthday technically because you were just wedded to existence. But you don't need to brag about it. Like, we don't care. We
Well,
get it.
You can't fault the man, okay? He was just born yesterday.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
he's just
He
celebrating.
wasn't
He's
even
just
born
celebrating.
yesterday.
He's
He was
just
born
celebrating.
today.
Like What if he's saying happy birthday to like one of the children? You know, are you gonna fucking
Well, I mean,
yell at him for that?
well, first of all, if that is the case, that child's a loser because you have a December birthday. You have like the worst time to have a birthday. But
Hey! You're literally born on April Fools. Shut up.
I mean, that's irrelevant to this testimony. Though.
You know it is, because that's even worse. That's worse. Because no one's
Well,
gonna
no.
take your birthday seriously that day.
Well, no, because that means I bring joy. Because it's like
No, you don't. No, you don't.
it's the celebration of festivities.
No, so is December. December's more so.
Well, no, because here's the thing. See, people think that December is all about like good things, but really, it's about it's about consumerism. And I learned that from a classic Christmas movie, Spirited, starring Ryan Reynolds. But here's the thing.
No, you don't get to say that.
No. It's
that movie's horrible. That
No,
movie's
that movie-
horrible.
it has a look. The final act redeems it. It has a good twist.
No, it does. It has a horrible.
Did you not like the
No,
twist
fuck
where Will Ferrell finds
no.
out that where they find out that Will Ferrell used to be Ebenezer Scrooge? Did you not like that twist?
No, it's so.
That's
That
the
was- no, that
twist
was-
of Spirited.
No. It's so funny because Will Ferrell acts as one of the ghosts of Christmas, whatever.
Sure.
I forget which one. I think of Christmas Past. And then a Ryan Reynolds character, who's the Scrooge stand-in, learns that Will Ferrell's character used to be Ebenezer Scrooge in the 1800s.
Okay.
And the movie just kind of runs with this, and they're like, okay,
It's
this
so
is this.
fucking. It's so fucking.
I thought
hate
it's
that
funny.
movie.
It's funny. There's like
It's not. It's not. It's so.
No.
That movie is.
That
so
movie
much
has a
stupid
cute
shit.
third act. Will Ferrell's character
No,
learns
it
to
doesn't.
find
No,
love.
it doesn't.
He learns
No,
to find
what
love.
did I fucking?
Love is love. Like, come on, just let him be happy. That's what I think. And I do think that ultimately, at the end of the day, the most important message that we learned from this special is just that. Oh, I meant from Spirited, not from Frosty.
Oh.
Most important lesson we learned from Spirited is that sometimes it's good to have fun. But with Frosty, I think the most important lesson we need to learn is that just because something's old and people watch it every year doesn't mean it's actually like good. Like it's mid, it's washed. Nothing happens in that special. It's just Frosty walking around for like 20 minutes, and then they're like, "Oh no, he's gonna die." And then Santa's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Magician. You should have been nicer." And he's like, "Oh, Don, you're right. I guess I'll just go away now." And then he walks off. And then Frosty leaves, and all the children are like, "Oh, I'm so cold." And it's like, "Bro, you're not wearing pants in the middle of December, dog. Like, you can't be that poor. Like, come on." And like, also half the children aren't important. No one cares about them. They like leave halfway through. Do any of them have names? This is a question. Did they say any of the names?
Karen's the main
No.
one.
I know the main girl, but like any of the other random.
Oh, any of
kids,
the other? There's Oatmeal Kid. His name is
See, I just don't know who is that. Oh, I know some of them. One of them had like a blue shirt on.
Yes.
I think one of them was shorter and had a green shirt. I'm gonna guess. God, I should remember this more for seeing this 3 years in a row. God, okay. There's a train station.
You didn't pay attention. You just didn't pay attention at all.
The train station. Actually, the train station's not a character, but there's a train station.
No, there's a train station. There's this train station conductor guy.
Yeah, there's the conductor. The conductor character is okay.
No money, no tickets guy.
He's great, you know?
Yeah. And I will say, okay, actually, Rudolph is better than Frosty, I will say. I almost feel bad that Rudolph got dragged down by Frosty in the crossover special, but that's a whole separate issue. But,
no. They were both equal there.
I don't know about
equal.
that one.
They were.
I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait till Hal drops the Island of Misfit Toys review to know whether or not that's true or not.
I mean, I guess last year's episode was supposed to be that, but I guess I have to make an actual review in order to satisfy
Yeah, you
you.
have to make a full script about it.
Okay.
And actually, I hired Mahler to help write the script with
Oh,
you.
great.
No. Okay, why are you getting Mahler involved now? Okay, that's interesting.
So I have to make it 7 hours.
Okay, here's the thing. See, here's the thing. Mahler is.
Are you trying to make Hal into the next critical drinker? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Brian?
Let me finish my point here. Here's the thing. So we all know that Mahler likes objectivity, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
is that not what Frosty's special promotes? Because Frosty's
No,
like,
it
I'm
doesn't. No,
objectively
it doesn't.
melting right now. Like, so it's subjective.
No,
You could be
no, that's
subjectively melting.
no,
Like,
he never
so
said that. No,
and
he
and
never.
here's the thing. Here's the
What are you
thing.
talking
Here's the thing.
about?
Is no, because he wasn't objectively melting. He was subjectively melting. Yet Mahler
What
wants
does
to
that
make it seem like it's a
mean? What
fact
is?
that Frosty was melting throughout the special, and we don't know that.
But it literally because of the fucking temperature, and also even
Yeah.
again, well, once again, why are you bringing Mahler into this? Why are you bringing him into this?
Well, because actually, I do have another piece of lore about Frosty, and we can actually bring that in now. This is a quote in an interview with Mr. Rankin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his name.
Mr. Rankin.
Okay, you know, you got sources. You got sources. You got to bring. You
He
got
just
bring
well,
the
that's his
actual
source. He
article.
said
You
his
bring the
source is
actual
Mr.
article.
Rankin.
Yeah,
No,
Mr.
you
Rankin.
need to bring it. You need to have an actual article or video in order to.
Me and don't be dissing. Me and Rankin used to hang out all the time.
No, you two did not. No, you two did not.
I was actually pals with him. Do you know that I was actually on the set of The Hobbit 1977?
Oh, were you now?
No, you were not. You were not.
And actually, I told him this. I told him face to face. I'm really glad that you stopped making those Christmas specials. And he was like, you know, I'm really glad that I listened to your advice and stopped making them. I've really gone up my career since then. Thank you, Mr. Brian Griffin. And I was like, no problem. No problem, Mr. Rankin. The point is, Mr. Rankin said this quote in regards to the Frosty the Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and I really do just love the way this special flows. There's no plot holes anywhere, and the story makes total sense. I actually got my friend Mahler to fact check the script for me, and he told me that there was nothing wrong with it.
Mahler was not even alive then. He wasn't even alive. If you just double check the dates, Mahler was not alive.
Well, no, here's the thing though. Don't you believe in time travel?
I don't.
You really don't believe in time travel?
I don't. Not at all.
Well, here's the thing though. If you don't believe in time travel, then how are we having this conversation right now?
Because time just moves in a straight line.
Well, yeah, we're moving forward through time, so we're traveling through time.
We're traveling through time during this conversation.
No. You're being intellectually dishonest in terms of what time travel means right now. Mm-hmm. You're actually you know what you're doing. Because time travel means traveling through time in order to go back to the past or the future. Mm-hmm. It means skipping time.
You got to get back to the past
to play these shitty games that suck ass.
Yeah, listen, because I'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in my ear than watch this special. Ayo.
Of course,
Mr. Izreal, your closing statements on Frosty the Snowman 1969.
Okay, God. This man frustrates me because his arguments are just nonsense. They are complete nonsense. But on the short itself, it is very cute. See, the thing is, for the most part, like, I have a lot of nostalgia with it. Is the thing, because like it was probably like one of these specials I watched the most when I was younger. When it comes to like Christmas stuff, I even have the DVD to this day of the original special. It's nice to have, you know, just because the fact that like it's a special I do appreciate a good ton. It's obviously not like, you know, this grand masterpiece or anything. It's not like anything like that, but it's cute, you know, to its core. It's just a cute little special that like, I feel like, you know, you could just put on for anyone and they just would have a decent little time with, you know, like, you know, that's what it is at the end of the day, you know, and I think it does its job well, and it's not like weird or annoying or anything. It's just like, it's just nice, you know?
Yeah, nice and
it's
simple.
Just to its core, very nice.
I do have to agree to that. Mr. Brian, you make a very interesting case, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to go with I do like this special a lot. It's nostalgia based, of course, but I do really like it. So,
see, here's the thing. Listen, it's just watched like Grinch watches this special every day. Charlie Brown watches this special every day.
I wouldn't disagree with that, but like, you know, that doesn't discredit, you know, this special.
The Grinch is one of the only old people cartoons that's good.
Okay.
Whatever you say.
I can agree to that. Well, gentlemen, I say we move on to our next topic of debate, that being...
This one's even worse. I can't even...
Frosty's Winter Wonderland. Now...
This one's actually
definitely a step down. This one's definitely a step down.
I low-key, this one, like, okay. See, I'm gonna be honest. This one, I don't even think people like know it exists. And here's the thing: what's weird about it is this is the most unironic you're ever gonna hear me talk about anything on this episode right now. By the way,
Okay.
but I find it so strange because I didn't even know this one existed until like 2023. Because I think Frosty, that's a classic. Frosty Returns. As much as that special is terrible and probably one of the worst things humans have ever invented, I have seen that special multiple times as a kid, and I always thought it was weird that it looked different because I didn't know why it was animated different. But that's another thing. Point is, I had no idea about Winter Wonderland, and I think the reason that people don't know about Winter Wonderland is because it directly contradicts the lore of the Rankin Bass cinematic universe. Wait, no, it doesn't. Did Jack Frost come out after this? I don't know.
Jack Frost came after this.
Oh, actually, no.
Yeah,
I take it back. So actually, Jack Frost, I'd probably give that special a 1 because it ruins my favorite character in the whole Rankin Bass universe.
Jack Frost.
Yeah, Jack Frost. Because Jack Frost in this special, he understands me. He gets it. He has so much hate in his heart for this snowman. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yes, I understand you. And he's the best part of this special. Most of it's boring. Frosty's like, oh, I'm depressed. He's like Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus. He wants to like die or something. But then the kids are like, oh, don't worry, Frosty. We can give you a woman, which is kind of like weird, you know. He's like literally, did Frosty have the first AI girlfriend? Like, speculate on that.
No, it was not. First off, it was not AI, and secondly,
he used Snow GPT. Are you sure they didn't use Weather GPT to generate that snow?
Yes, I'm sure, because like they just did it. They just did what they did for Frosty and just put on different clothes, you know. And plus, you know, they could always change their gender later or anything like that, you know. Like it could always. She can always shift, if she wants to. It's just like, that's just what they made her by default, is all.
Now, why is Frosty allowed to go around without wearing pants, but Crystal has to go around covering up what we would imagine would be her tits?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think the kid's made a snow penis, so I guess he gets off scot-free because of that. Wait, hold on.
I don't think you're saying.
Have you guys seen that image where it's like, love this non-binary, like, Drake, nothing, just vibes, and it's a picture of Drake with no penis, and he's just standing there. That's what Frosty is.
What are you talking about?
No, I'll pull up an image of this. You can put it in the episode. Where is it? Do you guys not know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
You just said a whole bunch of words and it broke my brain. I'm rebooting at the moment where I'm like, what are you talking about?
Let me find it. Let me find it. Where is it? No, yeah. No, it wasn't non-binary. Love this asexual Drake. Let me send this. Hold on. This exists.
Why did you what?
No, this is a real image. I promise I'm not making anything real. Look at this. I sent it in chat just now. Look at this. Love this asexual Drake. No dick, no balls, just platonic vibes. See, that's what Frosty is. See, how are you seeing this right now?
Well, what?
I mean, I guess. What is the point we're trying to make?
Because Frosty doesn't have a snow penis, so it'd be like, love this asexual Frosty. No dick, no balls, just platonic vibes.
Okay.
Well, he is a very platonic man. He's a very loving man when it comes to him spreading holiday cheer. He's just a nice man, He's a very nice man.
Drake or Frosty?
Wonderland kind of marks an end of an era for the Republican Party because this special dropped in late 1976, and this would have been after Gerald Ford had lost, following up on the whole Watergate thing. Jimmy Carter wins,
right?
He is the I forgot the Simpsons quote right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
He's history's greatest monster.
Yeah, there you got it. So that all happens, but I think it's sort of like Frosty represents the conservative man with his ideologies in this episode. And when the special dropped in late 1976, it was sort of a swan song for the Gerald Ford era. And as the special ends and we don't see any Frosty anymore, it's sort of welcoming Carter into office.
Okay.
Now, am I saying that Rankin/Bass was working with Gerald Ford to try to get him to win? It's possible, but we don't know for sure.
I have a counter argument. I have like another example in terms of like how silly these connections can be. Okay, so we know the year 1982.
Yeah, it's 1982.
Interesting. Okay, first off,
It's
there was a
great.
movie that came out that year called The King of Comedy.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
And
It's
you know what?
classic
And you know what?
crazy film.
And you know what else came out in 1982? The
What?
War on Drugs.
Ooh. There's actually, I actually do have a connection to explain this one. It's
Okay.
interesting. Because here's the thing. Did you know that Martin Scorsese started The War on Drugs to make King of Comedy a better movie?
Really?
Because here's the
Exactly,
thing.
and that's why The King of Comedy is an example of a harmful film, unlike Frosty.
Well, no, here's the thing. It's sort of a cautionary tale because Robert De Niro's character, he commits the unforgivable crime of making stand-up comedy his career. And and I think ultimately what we learn from that is just that you can't do that. And ultimately why the reason Scorsese started The War on Drugs is because people needed to be in a more upset state of mind in order to get that message. Now, am I saying that Scorsese started?
They didn't get at the time. That's the issue. They didn't get at the time. If that's the case, don't you know? The King of Comedy flopped. It flopped hard at the time.
Well, here's the thing.
And it was only
later
when people actually thought it. Just like how years and years later, people realized the war on drugs was really, really bad. It was like,
who was president in 1982?
Reagan.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, the actor. But ultimately, we know that. And see, Reagan actually comes after the Carter dominance of the late 1970s. Reagan comes in. He comes back into office. Now, we don't know a lot about Ronald Reagan, but we do know that he was very old. And I think ultimately the reason he was so old is because he was probably watching the original Reagan / Bass Frosty special when it came out.
No.
And I think and he sort of took that ideology with him. So maybe with the King of Comedy, which is a fight against Frosty's ideology, Reagan tried to bury it. And that's just why it flopped. Scorsese was like, damn, I guess I'll have to wait till the Clinton era to make my next good movie. And that's when Cape Fear came out, based off the Simpsons episode, of course.
Of course.
I don't know. I don't know how good Cape Fear is. I've not seen it yet.
Oh, I'm sure it's great. I've never watched it, but I've
only ever seen the Simpsons episode.
Yeah. Did you guys know that in the Simpsons episode, when Kelsey Grammer watched it live, he thought his TV was broken because they kept playing the same sound effect for the rake?
Really?
It has nothing to do with this, but I heard that on the season 5 audio commentary once, and that's such a funny story.
That is very funny.
That is really funny.
It's so stupid.
I mean,
but anyway,
for me, for Frosty's Winter Wonderland, the only major memory I have of this one, because I didn't watch it growing up, I only have seen it a handful of times.
Actually, see, you agree with my theory. It's just not popular.
Saying a handful is even pretty generous for it.
I think what I was okay because like all the other specials, like I'm talking about like the main like other like 3 specials. I watched them all a pretty decent amount of time growing up. I straight up like had the DVD for like the first one and Legend of Frosty Snowman growing up. I only have the Frosty Snowman one nowadays, but I watched those a lot growing up, and same with Frosty Returns because that aired on TV a lot. Wonderland did not air that much often. It really not air that often at all.
I think it's just because no one cares about it. Because here's the thing. I say this separate from my Rankin Bass hate, but they have the 5 specials. I'm gonna be generous and say 5 that everyone watched. Because you got Rudolph, you got Frosty, you got Santa. He goes to town. You got the one with the fire and the ice people.
Mm-hmm.
That's your.
And I think there's a 5th one. Doesn't he have like drums in it?
Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, the Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah. That one. I know that one because every year you talk about your DVD about it. You're like, wow, this DVD sucks. And I'm like, wow, just buy a new one at this point.
I did. I bought it on VHS.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Citizen.
Are you not caught up in the Too Many Movies lore? That was literally at last episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I didn't watch that one yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your numbers just went down in polling.
Ooh. This is just like my Monica Lewinsky scandal.
But anyway, my Frosty's Winter Wonderland story is that I talked about this on Letterboxd. I don't know if this is a real memory, but I was at Sears back in the early 2000s when Sears was still a thing, and not just in Mexico. And we were taking Christmas photos, and in the waiting room, they were playing Frosty's Winter Wonderland. And there's that scene where it's a close-up on Jack Frost's eyes, and then his eyes turn red. And I remember being very scared of that as a little kid.
Well, see, actually, this is a rare time where I'm gonna disagree with Frosty Head because Jack Frost's character is the highlight of that whole special, and I don't know why
Sure.
that's what scared you. Really, the snowman should have been what scares you because he really bugs me in this one.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do anything wrong, but he's like they tweak the designs just enough where I don't like it. Like his scarf.
Yeah,
looks
it's. I like this scarf. I like this scarf. It looks
he's got a
stylish on him.
stupider looking
But, like,
nose.
But like the art style does look very like none of these specials look very consistent with one another.
The art style, this is very much a 'Twas the Night Before Christmas art style, and that one works better for that one. Whereas here, this just feels like, okay, they're doing...
I never watched that one, but I see the letterbox poster for it. I'm like, those kids look ugly as hell. I don't know if I want to watch that.
I mean, well, if you're not a Rankin Bass fan, well, that's one thing. So, yeah.
You want to know the one Rankin Bass special I do like?
What's that?
The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold.
You know what? I thought you were going to go full contrarian and say like Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey or something like that.
No, I don't even know what that one is. But no, I love the Leprechaun. Have you watched the Leprechaun's Christmas
That's
Gold?
the one I haven't gotten to at the very moment.
You gotta get to it this year. It's so funny. The story was it was supposed to be like a St. Patrick's Day special because obviously like leprechauns.
Right, yeah.
But they had to like alter it last minute to have a special for like the holiday season. So it's like very tangentially Christmas related, and you can tell that it wasn't supposed to be at all. It's so bad.
I'm only really interested in it because it's a leprechaun, and that reminds me of the Boston Celtics logo. So.
Oh, actually, no, that's good. We support the Celtics here. Listen, I've never watched a game of basketball in my life, but go Celtics. I hope they win this season.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Like,
go Raptors.
It's so weird because I love that Leprechaun special because like for some reason it did air on TV like one time when I was younger is the thing. That's why I've seen it. Like I do not know why the fuck they aired it. It was so weird. I was like, what? What is this?
That is very random.
Why did and I remember like years later, like looking at Letterboxd and like, what the fuck? This was real? This is not figure of my imagination? Huh?
They get so washed after a while. They have such random ass Rankin Bass specials. Like what?
They do.
Why do they have the Coneheads 1983 on here? What is this? What's going on?
Was that actually produced?
Yeah, the Coneheads. I don't know what this is, but I'm looking on Letterboxd right now. The Coneheads 1983. This animated pilot based on the SNL sketch. I
thought you were talking about the like live action film.
No. That movie, I remember. I was like, this was been like 5 years ago, but I was scrolling on Amazon one time, and I was like, what the hell is Coneheads? Why do they look like that? They look so weird. And then I look this up, and I'm like, why is this based on SNL sketches that came out 20 years before this movie? What is this? What are they doing? And
I've never seen it. But
and
like,
I think just that actually, I have a funny story with that. I'm pretty sure I watched Coneheads on my mom's birthday one year, so I associate Coneheads slightly with my mom, and that's a horrible person. I am a horrible person. But here's the thing. Wait, what were we talking about again? Hold on.
We're talking about Frosty.
Oh yeah, Rankin Bass.
Frosty's Winter Wonderland is so ass that we're talking about Coneheads instead.
Yeah, I mean, look, Coneheads is not. It is kind of that bad, but it's interesting. I like that.
It's interesting bad.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I love Coneheads.
Okay, yeah, there's oddly really good production design in parts of that.
Oh yeah, especially the third act. It's like, ooh, this is reminding me of Star Wars.
It's so weird. They go back to their home planet and shit. It's like,
yeah,
what is that? So odd. But anyway, actually, I just thought of another crackpot theory here, but I'm gonna save it for Frosty Returns.
Well, then why don't we get into Frosty Returns? I mean, what do we have left to say about Frosty's Returns?
Okay, so
actually, I do.
They barely talked about it.
Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about. Like, I feel like, I couldn't say this for all of them. I maybe because I wasn't paying attention, but all these specials are just like Frosty's like, I'm sad, and then they dick around for a little bit, and then the villain's like, you won't like it when this happens, and then they're all like, now, Jack Frost, you shouldn't have been such a meanie pants, and Jack Frost is like, oh, you're right. I guess I learned the value of friendship. And then Frosty's you can say that again. And then, actually, they bring back the fucking police officer from the first one. And
they do. They do.
That's so ass. It's like the original Avengers Doomsday in terms of cameo.
What? No, Avengers Doomsday is not even out yet.
I mean, well, Izreal, I just said this is a time traveling podcast. I've seen it already.
You do not watch the MCU, bitch. You do not watch the MCU.
I mean, who's to say though? Who's to say?
What do you mean? Who's to say? What does that supposed to mean?
No. Well, I mean, who's to say that I haven't? I mean, maybe by the time.
What are you talking?
I mean,
What are you talking?
maybe by the time this comes out, I've already time traveled to the future and watched all of them. We don't know that.
No.
I actually don't name an MCU movie. I bet I've seen it. Hal, name a random MCU movie right now.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh shit! I actually have seen that one though, like forever ago.
You chose the one MCU movie he's actually seen.
Okay,
That was the first one that came to my head. I'm sorry.
Well, he probably came to your head because James Gunn. So
yeah, gun to my head.
Okay.
Guardians
of the Galaxy 2.
I haven't seen that one, but you know what would make me see it? I saw a tweet a while ago where it was like the opening of Guardians 1 where he's dancing and it has the We Are Charlie Kirk song over it. If they did that for every song in the second film, I would probably like it.
Okay, time to make like an edit of it where it's like where I replace every single song.
The cut where Chris Pratt got full creative control.
We are Charlie.
We carry the flame. But yeah, I think my closing statement on Winter Wonderland is it's just not a fun time. And honestly, at the holidays, doesn't everyone just want to have a fun time?
I can agree to that.
Yeah.
It's okay. So this one, okay, spoiler alert, like I don't really think most of these other specials are that great in the grand scheme of things, like being 100%
they're all terrible, honestly.
Okay, I don't think they're terrible. This one is like, I just think it's kind of mediocre is the thing. I think there's like some small cute bits is a thing, but like my issue with it is just like it's very repetitive is the thing in terms of its structure. Like it kind of just repeats itself a lot. I feel like when it comes to its little bits here and there, mainly just because like Jack Frost in it, which he's kind of fun. He's a kind of fun villain, but like he doesn't really like it doesn't really feel like things are really that much switched up is the thing. And it just kind of is a little bit tedious after a while. And it just kind of like abruptly ends from memory as well. It's weird. It's a weird one. I get why no one really like even like the other two Frosty specials, which I argue are a little bit technically not as good, but like they're like more interesting. I feel like when it comes to, like things that actually happen in them.
Well, Returns, I'm going to make the argument for being the worst in the Frosty lore.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So Frosty Returns, you think is the worst one?
I think it's the worst one, and here's the thing. I would rather rewatch it than Winter Wonderland and a couple other of these. But something about that special, even if I'm not like angry, I'm very irrationally mad at a lot of that special. I think it's very annoying. And I guess I'll make my argument on that now if you guys don't mind.
But it's so awesome. Don't you love the rap?
No. I tell you what, from the beginning, this special horrifies me because it opens with that stupid old guy on that snowflake, and it really bugs me. Like, I don't know why. Every time I see him, it really annoys me. Like, he's just there. He's like, now listen up, kids. You want to know what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. It was a Christmas adventure. I don't think he says any of those words. But
he does not say a single one of those words.
No, but he's like, listen up, kids. Now, remember when it snowed, but then it didn't snow, I tell you. At the crazy times we're living in. And then it plays the Frosty.
No, it's like at all.
No, it literally is. He's like, and now you remember there used to be the joy in the world, but then the corporate government took over, and now they don't want no snow no more. It's crazy.
You had 3 tries to quote the movie, and you failed on all 3.
This could have been solved if I just pulled up any of these specials, but I haven't done that a single time this whole time.
You're doing great. So Frosty Returns for me is interesting because Frosty Returns is interesting to me because obviously, Brian hates this one. Big whoop. I completely expected that considering his tastes in contrarianism. But
Yes.
Frosty
Well, I would
Returns.
say contrarian. Who likes this special?
Frosty Returns
You?
is hated by a lot of people, my parents
Yeah.
included. I grew up
W.
being taught that this was a bad special, that they hated it. They would always say, "Oh, this one's horrible. This is an awful special." And I grew up watching it still. I'm like, I don't understand why this is seen as bad. I can understand it being seen as not as good as the original, sure.
Wow.
But like, okay,
Well, you must be happy that I'm here, right?
right.
Because then I could.
I need some explanations.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
I'll definitely. Okay.
Mr.
Okay,
Izreal, please.
I'll go at this first. Okay, I'll go at this first. It's like I'm the more unbiased one.
Okay.
Okay.
Well-
Okay. So here's the thing. So like, I personally don't really like the special either. Is the thing, but like,
W.
I feel like it's just partially just because of the fact that I feel like part of the reason why it's hated so much is just because of the art style change and just in general like the general like musical format of it isn't really that great. Just because
Oh, the
a lot of
songs are
aren't
actually
really that great.
terrible. I hate all of them. That's
Okay,
one
there's
thing
one
I
song I
will
like.
quote correctly because the whole time they're like, "Let the snow happen." You gotta
That's
let
not-
snow.
Nope. Not even
That's not
close.
how
You gotta no. I remember this because the old man played by Brian Doyle Murray. Brian, say that again. But
Mhm.
Brian Doyle Murray is in this for some reason, and he like has a rap, and it's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's so
The
bad.
rap,
It's
the
actually
rap is
terrible.
the best part. The rap is the best part. What are you talking about?
That
It's
is
so
100% not true. It's like
So
I'm
funny.
genuinely,
It's
like,
so-
I don't even know how old he was at
it's
the
so
time,
funny.
but that has to be considered elder abuse on some level. 'Cause
No,
honestly,
it's awesome. It was method
It's
acting.
not.
Even.
it really is not. Like, I really
It
do
was
think.
great.
No, there's like a second song. I swear it's not just the one song. There's another song, right?
No,
guys?
there's
I'm
multiple.
not-
There's multiple songs. There's multiple songs. There are multiple.
Okay,
songs.
yeah. And I know one of them is like, "We hate the environment. We're gonna kill everyone," and then that's like a whole song. sung by all the above.
Is it? What are you talking
How it
about?
No,
Yeah,
isn't there a song where they're like, "We hate snow and we're gonna like
Oh,
get rid of
that's
it"?
during the opening like song. Like
Yeah,
there's,
yeah,
like,
because
a-
they're like, "Man, I hate." No, okay, I do remember this because they're like, "Man, I hate shoveling the snow. I don't want it to snow anymore." And then we see the kid. We see the kids. And there are the two kids. There's the girl and
I'll
then the one
actually
with the
get the lyrics.
glasses.
I'll actually get the lyrics up. Hold on.
Okay.
No,
Actually,
there's the one with
No.
the glasses, and he actually really bugged me. He's like, wait. So okay, I'm gonna try to make sure I get this correctly because I have to have some formality here.
Okay.
The glasses kid,
Charles.
he's like, Charles. Okay, I do. Okay, there, Charles. Okay, so Charles is like in the box,
hmm
and he's gonna get cut in half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh no!" I feel like he has some nerdy line there that really bugs me.
I'm a scholar,
like,
not a
"All right."
meatloaf.
That's a terrible line. Terrible.
okay.
line.
I got.
You got the
Okay,
lyrics?
I got the lyrics up. Yeah, they don't say when the pipes begin to freeze
hmm
and everybody greets you with a sneeze. When the heating bills
That's such a
will
bad
pause,
pun. Why would you rhyme freeze with
to
me?
the frost.
That's
Oh,
bad.
I could live without snow.
This is what I
Those are the
hated.
lyrics.
It's
Those are
so
the-
corny. It's so bad. It's actually terrible. It's actually terrible.
No, it's great. It's a great song.
I hated it. I actually hated it. It was so bad. It really bugs me. And then in school, there's the old lady who's like,
Miss
shut up,
Carbuncle.
you. Yeah. Okay, thank you. You remember the names better than me, despite being
Okay.
45,000
I'll
years old.
sing. Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna get up.
No. But then the old lady's like, Charles, why do you care about school so much? You're such a nerd. And
What are you talking
wait, does that happen? Does
No.
somebody yell at the kid?
No,
I-
she's yelling at Holly because Holly has a raw turkey in her desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't she do that again? Why did she have a raw
She
turkey
was
in her
making room in her fridge for Frosty to hide out in.
Oh yeah.
and she
yeah,
just
I
so
do-
happened
okay.
to she unknowingly put a raw turkey in her backpack, and then she puts it in her desk. And Miss
Yeah.
Carbuncle's like, "Don't you think you should cook it first?"
That's such a.
Okay.
That's,
I got-
honestly, the more you're reminding me of this, the worse it's getting. I can't even. This is terrible. This is terrible. Would you not feel the texture of how weird a cold turkey feels? You know, I bet she can't even eat it because what if there's like smudgings from an eraser on the turkey? It's gonna get her sick. It's getting under
okay,
sick.
Brian, real quick.
Furthermore on this, why would she put it in her desk? She can see that it's a turkey. Yeah.
Brian, you did some great arguments, but I got something for you, okay?
Oh no.
I got some fire lyric. I thought once you made your fortune, you could sit back and count your loot. But now I've conquered Beansboro. I'm ready to trade that suit. I want a crown that fits me. I want a kid.
This is so bad.
Yards of fur and velvet, right down to my crooked toes. There's no more snow. There's no more snow.
See, he sings it like he's an 85-year-old man, and he was probably only like 84 at the time. But still, it's 84. He wouldn't have been 84. He's not that old.
1984.
Yeah, you're 1,984 years old, not him. But
right, yeah.
No, actually, actually, one part does bug me.
One part, huh?
Okay, there's multiple parts.
Yeah,
but this part specifically bugs me, where Frosty's like, "Man, I guess I got a hole in me. I don't got no snow no more." He doesn't say those words, I don't think, but he's like,
"You are terrible at remembering these lines."
No, but he's like, "Oh, I gotta do it in a John. I can't do a John Goodman impression." But he's like, "Now, kids, I don't got any snow in me. I got a hole in me." And it's like, I mean, there's enough. Like, first of all, if there's like that hole there, shouldn't his sphere middle snowball fall over? And also, there's enough snow on the ground where he can pick it up, right? Like, it's not that hard to push it all together. Like, can it be that difficult to do that?
Okay, Brian, I got a counter argument. You or just earlier in the episode, you were like trying to bring up how these logic, how Mahler approved the special, and how that was a bad thing. Here, you're talking about logic issues.
Well, see, I'm glad you actually brought that up, because I actually think that's an interesting point here. Because I think Frosty Returns was actually a response to the criticisms that the Frosty the Snowman 1969 received. And the reason I say this is because how I was talking about that Frosty was denying global warming in the original special.
Sure.
I think that's the reason that Returns is so environmentally focused. They're trying to countercorrect the mistakes of the past here by making sure that they learn here.
Hippy dippy bullshit, of course.
Unfortunately, I feel like it's too little too late, because here's the thing. Frosty Returns drops in 1992.
Yes.
1992. December 1992. And we do know who was about to become president during this time.
Slick Willie.
That's right. Bill Clinton was about to become president at this point. And who is Bill Clinton often associated with?
Hillary Clinton.
That's right. He's up. Yeah. It's not even that funny. But we don't know who else he's associated with.
Old Donnie Boy.
Yeah. And who do they have in common?
Oh, old Jeffy Boy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So am I saying that Frosty Returns was a part of Bill Clinton's plan to make Jeffrey Epstein popular in American politics? Not necessarily. But as the person in my PFP used to say, I am the only candidate in this race that won't support Jeffrey Epstein. Because that's what Ross Perot said in 1992 and in 1996 when he ran in those respective years for president of the United States of America.
I mean, we did compare the death of Frosty to the death of Jeffrey Epstein not 30 minutes ago. So
yeah. Hold on. Actually, and here's the thing too. Who won the Super Bowl in 1992?
Who did win?
Well, it's the Washington Commanders.
Okay. Well, they were known as the Redskins back at that time.
Well, yeah, but listen. Actually, that's an even better point too. A racist team won in the year that a Frosty special came out. Think about it.
Good
Think
point.
About it. Thank you.
That's just a coincidence. That's just a coincidence.
Coincidence, he says.
You know what else I really don't actually? This is a mild problem compared to everything else, but I really don't like. Because see, this special. This one is a real fact and not one of my special facts that I've been pulling out throughout this special. But hold on. Is it a fact? Let me double check. Okay,
Bro
hold on,
doesn't
taking
even
Charlie
know.
Brown.
He doesn't
The
know.
lines,
I'm fact checking. I'm
okay,
fact checking.
the lines
Charlie Brown,
between
Chris.
the lines between reality and fiction for this band are getting very, very melted together because of
blurred.
how.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
very-
See,
These
Bill
blurred
Melendez,
lines.
classic Peanuts animator. He did
Mhm.
all the classic Peanuts specials. He did this, and that's why all the characters in this look like Diet Peanuts characters to me, because they're like, this is whatever.
Yeah,
But
they
I think
are
the
Diet
thing,
Peanuts.
I think the thing that bugs me most though is John Goodman's Frosty portrayal. I should not. He's okay. I mean, I did like the scene where he goes, "Now, kids, I'd love to help you out, but I just don't got no snow no more. I don't got the snow."
The classic scene. The classic scene, of course.
I should redub the special with my dialogue. I could make it better.
Sure, I'm sure you could.
You're just gonna fucking do what they did with like the original special again. I see how it is.
I just got those.
Wait, I forgot to mention that fact. Right? I mean, Hal, do you know about that fact? What comes like they redubbed the original special? Like back in the day?
Well, you can hear it in the kids' voice acting. Is some of them sound like adult woman, and then some of them sound like actual kids. And yes, originally the original dub of the original 1969 special, all the kids were voiced by June Foray, one adult woman. And so then in like subsequent re-airings of the special, they replaced some of the kids with actual children.
See, that's interesting, and like too, because June is a summer month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Frosty got rid of June Foray in the special because he's a winter month?
A winter month, huh?
A winter month, yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, technically, December is also a fall month, but it's both. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
It's the worst one we've ever done. That's a lie. I haven't come to that realization right now. I knew it from when we started recording. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here because John Goodman as Frosty, he has a very crucial problem. Do you want to know what it is?
What's the crucial problem?
What?
I hate his bow tie. Bow tie bugs me.
Okay.
He has like this terrible look to him where I feel like he's about to go on stage and be like I was talking about the stand-up comedy thing earlier. I feel every time Frosty's on screen, it looks like he's about to go up on stage and go, "Man, I tell you, the kids, they don't eat airline food no more." Like the Jerry Seinfeld bit, like he would do that. He looks very annoying. I don't like him. He bugs me. Okay. I don't appreciate it. Okay. And I guess just the way he's like outlined and drawn, it really bugs me. It looks like my friend Josh pointed this out, but it looks like some old man newspaper comic where he's on the news and he's like, "Man, the kids these days, they don't do games no more. They play on phone." Like that's what every character in this looks like. They're about to be in like a comic like that. Okay. And it's honestly just quite annoying to me how they handled this. And I think it's a terrible special. There are other bad things about it, which I think we all know what they are. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's just nothing good about it. I don't know. That's all
there's some cute things about it. Like,
well, no,
that rap is awesome. That rap is awesome. The rap is awesome.
Well, what do you like about this special, Hal?
What do I like? Just nostalgic for it.
Yes, you're denying it now. You're doubting yourself.
It's just purely nostalgia, like, because I watch it all the time, and it's like I watch it every year. Might as well keep watching it every year.
See, if I broke into your house and kicked your dog every year, would it be good for me to do that every year?
I guess not.
Okay, there you
go. No, that's different because, like, this is just a work of art that he happens to watch every year versus you doing bodily harm to his dog, which could possibly kill his dog.
Like, if I made a drawing of a dog getting shot every year, would that be a good tradition to keep up?
I mean, it's not harming anyone if it's just a drawing.
It's just a drawing is not a good argument you should be using in arguments, Izreal. That one doesn't tend to go well for people.
I mean, like, when it comes to
Izreal, Diddy blood. Bro said what?
No, I did not mean like that. I did not mean like that. You're putting words in my mouth.
We did just talk about the oh, no. Okay. No, I won't go there.
Abort joke.
we're not going that far.
You're a horrible person for that. You're actually.
I have a terrible joke. Should I say that?
Sure.
I was gonna say Izreal 777 flight logs, but that sounds a little weird. I shouldn't say that.
What is wrong with you? It's actually wrong.
Did I do that?
God.
Urkel wouldn't do this. I like Urkel. Urkel wouldn't do this.
Who's
Urkel probably has a Christmas special.
Who's not in the Legend of Frosty the Snowman? Urkel.
That is true. I have choice words for Legend of Frosty the Snowman.
Do you know?
First we got.
Actually, do I? Hold on, I gotta double check. Do I? I gotta remember.
Okay, Izreal, you're saying?
I was just gonna say we're gonna wrap up our thoughts on Frosty Returns. Not great, but not the worst one, in my opinion. I still have some nostalgia. I still sort of like it. I also just don't think it's that good. Is the thing. It's just like guilty pleasure. Now, Legend of Frosty the Snowman. Okay, this is where my opinion comes in. I think this is the worst one.
Really?
I think that Returns is the worst one. But to be fair, I didn't even remember what the opening line was, so maybe we should take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. You don't remember any lines?
No. I can say one line.
Okay.
Frosty's like, "Hiya, kids."
No, he's not. He never says hiya, kids.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he say that? Sorry, the girl's name is it Charlotte or is it? What's the girl's name? Is it Charlotte? Or is it?
It's Holly.
What's the girl's name?
Holly.
Holly, like the Weezer song. Actually, I did a pretty good cover of Buddy Holly once because people say that in that song. They go, "Ooh, wee, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly."
He can nail Weezer song lines, but not Frosty Returns.
I did a cover of the song that actually went, "Ooh, wee, I look just like Buddy." And I think the wee wee versus the ooh wee ooh. I think I made the song better when I did that.
You're horrible. You're horrible at this.
I am?
You're horrible at all of this.
Well, here's the thing.
All right.
How would I have remembered that I did that cover without the existence of time travel?
Shut up!
Talk about Legend of Frosty the Snowman. What is your beef with Legend of Frosty the Snowman?
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. My beef with this special is ultimately one where, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you guys on this. And I know you're all going to be shocked when you hear this. But I shockingly did not pay full attention to all of these specials on my rewatch.
Go on. You just talked over them the entire time.
Is that this one I especially did not, because it was like an hour, and I'm going to be honest. It was really... Okay, listen. This special is stupid because it's like this kid... who's like, I'm such a loser. No one likes me. Sigh. I don't fit in with the other kids. And then Frosty shows up, and he sounds like Patrick, because Bill Fagerbaki is him in this, which is very distracting. I'm sure I know he's a great voice actor, but I swear I haven't heard him in many non-Patrick roles, so I don't know if his default for voice acting is just Patrick. But point is, he's like, "Hey kid, listen up. You're gonna have a good time." And
you could be getting these lines wrong, and I wouldn't know any different because I've only seen this special twice.
Yeah, because he's like, "Hey, listen, kid, don't worry about it because listen, we're gonna have some fun." And they just kind of hang around. Then this kid finds this book that's and that was the tale of Frosty the Snowman, and he had all these stories. And there was a mailman, and all this stuff happened. And it's and I'm going to be honest with you, I just didn't really care. It was kind of here's the thing. The kid in this really bugged me because he was you're just kind of
like him either.
Well, say what you want. Say what you want about Charlotte from Frosty Returns. But But she at least had like some good lines from time to time.
I like
I
like how you don't even. You're still calling her by her wrong name. By the way, you're still calling her by the
Samantha
wrong.
was a great character in that special. I like the line where she's like, "Listen up, fuck, what was this? Glasses kid? Listen up, glasses kid." Fuck, I feel like his name was Martin.
Charles.
Martin?
Sure, Martin. Okay, say the line.
No, then she goes, "Come on, Martin, we gotta save Frosty. He's gonna melt." That's a good line. I do like that line.
Okay.
I have to be guessing one of these lines correctly at this point.
I mean, you know what?
No,
You're shooting your shot. Sure.
Yeah, okay. But the kid in this, I'm gonna go into. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna ask both of you. Do you know the name of the kid in The Legend of Frosty the Snowman without looking it up?
Was that Charlie?
Frankie.
Okay. Oh, those are okay. Listen. You might be right, but we're gonna go on the assumption that you're wrong, so that I can talk here. Hold on. What is his name? Does he have a name? Oh, it is Charlie. Okay.
Really?
Charlie,
I knew I got it right. I knew.
Charlie.
I know I got it.
Is the kid in this?
Oh,
and
I
he's
didn't
like,
know.
I don't like. I don't. Okay. There's a lot of issues. Okay. I should probably because like this one is the one I live with. You know, I do think this is the worst one because first off, it's way too long. I feel like.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
an hour is pushing it.
I can't even pay attention to one line in these without.
I feel like you know, what makes each of the other specials like at least like easy to keep up with. Like they're nice, crisp, like under 30 minutes. You know, it being an hour, like it feels like it's still a special that could be easily like 30, 40 minutes max is a thing, but they really stretch it out and like there's a lot of dead air at points. I feel like is the thing. And it feels so weird when it comes to the way it's paced as a result because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to fill in with like some of these side gags and stuff like that, but like they're not really funny or like really all that entertaining. It's just like, oh, I guess we're doing this now. Like, okay, we should probably get into the plot of this one.
Well,
like,
I will say to let me say at least this. Let me at least kind of be on the side of the running time. Do you guys know how long it actually is?
Oh, I do know. It's 6.
I know. Shut up. Oh,
wait, hold on. Actually, has Frosty redeemed himself?
I knew that would get you on the side of Legend of Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, hold on. Is Legend the best of the specials?
The Legend 6-7.
Oh my god.
That's actually okay. Hear me out on this. I do think that, like I was saying earlier, Legend of Frosty the Snowman is the last old person cartoon because it was in 2005.
Yes.
Which, as we all know, is the cutoff point. From 2006, cartoons started being like
good,
existing. You know, like fuck. What came out in 2006?
Open Season.
Inland Empire by David Lynch. That's the first young people cartoon.
Yeah, that one. Certainly.
There's probably an animated segment of that movie, right?
No,
it's
there's
like
no animation. There's no animation. There's
special effects. That's kind of like animation.
No.
I mean, didn't they use a lot of CGI on that movie?
I'm not like a little bit from memory, but not really. Like,
yeah, see, there you go. See, you proved my point. Inland, you've heard it here first. Inland Empire by David Lynch is the first young people cartoon to exist.
Are you kidding? God. You know what? That movie is very, very good. You know, so like, I guess we can accept that.
Anyway, but here's the thing. See, Legend of Frosty the Snowman comes in 2005 that year. I've said this like 5 times about actually getting to what my point is. But what was my point again? Hold on. I got it. Okay, I remember now. Man, maybe I should have made my president Joe Biden. That would fit more of my like forgetfulness.
Your dementia,
yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. Frosty Snowman. All right.
I guess we're having some sort of like sleepy cast here.
Oh.
Okay. I get it. It's like
that's a good joke.
It's like the Zach Cadle thing.
Sorry, who's Zach Cadle? Isn't that the fish?
Oh, Shut up.
It's the fish in Gaither's Pond.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so this came out in the second term of President George Bush, and what's notable about that is George Bush had a very low favorability rating here at this time. He was not very liked. I don't really know what he did. I think he was just trying to like talk to some people, but they didn't really like that, and he was being kind of mean. The point is, George Bush, very uncontroversial president here, and you decide, wait, why would he be uncontroversial but have a lot of approval? My joke doesn't make sense. Hold on. Point is, he's not very well liked right now. And I think that's why the special exists. George Bush tried to make Frosty to bring back the Nixon era values that the original special did. And my question to you guys is, do you think that The Legend of Frosty the Snowman existed in bringing Richard Nixon values into 2005?
No. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
If anything, because like,
I'm actually curious what you like about this one, Hal, because you gave this one the same rating as most of the other ones, and I'm shocked by that.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, I think this is a very good A24 film in the making. Okay,
you have a good point there, because Frosty's kind of like an A24 villain from all the stuff we've been talking about.
So. I can see this being a very good, like, Midsummer-esque kind of movie. Now, I would be basically stealing a lot from what it.
I've not actually seen Midsummer yet. I've only seen Ari Aster's other films. I'm not really that big of a fan of Ari Aster, honestly.
I mean, I do think that Ari Aster. No one calls him
Ari Aster.
Yeah, Ari Aster. I do think that he did make some mistakes in his filmography. Mainly in the sense that his movies are too spooky for me, and they make me like, and when I watch them, they make me go whoa, 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 and then I run out of the theater as my legs turn into like clouds. So
I don't think you saw these movies in theaters. I think you were too young to like.
Well, that's not true. I have seen some Ari Aster stuff in theaters. I watched. I did watch a very pink. What? Sorry, I was just reading the first thing I saw on screen because I was scrolling for Letterboxd and I saw a Pink Panther special called The Very Pink Christmas. So I was gonna say I saw a very pink Christmas, but that has nothing to do with any of this. This isn't even like related. What was there a Pink Panther Christmas special in 2011? Who watches this? Who cares about Pink Panther?
Hey, Pink Panther's
Panther's catching some strays.
Why did he catch a stray? What did he do wrong?
Oh, actually, I do have beef with Pink Panther. Because,
of course you do.
You've seen those live-action Pink Panther movies, right? The ones with like the.
Oh yeah, I know about those, but I've never seen them.
I've seen the original one with Peter Sellers. I didn't like it, but I do plan on watching the other ones. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay, because I've seen the first Steve Martin Pink Panther, and I remember I was watching it, and I said to like one of my friends, this was like a couple years ago, I was like, man, I'm watching the Pink Panther, but this Panther's taking too long to show up, and I said it like jokingly, but then my friend had to tell me, yo dude, he doesn't show up in the live action ones, the cartoon, he's not in this. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. I was like, shit, man, that ruined my whole night. I really wanted to see the Pink Panther go on some adventures. It didn't show up.
What a story.
And
I remember like
I was like, man, I watched it okay, but he's not in it. Like, where's the Pink Panther? Like, why is he not here? It made me so sad. So disappointed.
Because the Pink Panther originally originated from most movies, but then I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute. Oh my god, hold on. Izreal, put a pin in that for 1 second. I just realized the Steve Martin Pink Panther came out in 2006, and it has a cartoon character in the opening credits. It's the second youngest cartoon.
What? The first youngest is Inland Empire?
Yeah, Inland Empire, and then the Pink Panther.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh.
Okay, but anyways, I was just gonna explain the lore with that just quickly for those who don't know in the audience, just because like Pink Panther was like made as just like kind of like the intro credits like character for like the original film is a thing, but then like people like that so much, I'm pretty sure, and then he just like spawned a bunch of different shorts after that as a thing, and like then the rest is history. But in terms of like Pink Panther as a character like that. And like I think that's just so interesting because like nobody talks about those films is the thing, like those original films for the most part. I remember when I was younger, and I was like when I was really young, when I was like baby, when I fucking put on like the first one, I was like, man, where's the Pink Panther? And I just turned it off after like 30 minutes because he didn't show up. I was just really bored.
See, I didn't
I had
do
no
that
idea what was going.
because Steve Martin in that movie is like, I am French and I am clumsy too, and he like slips over. And wait, is he French?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure he's French.
Yeah, he's supposed to be French.
Yeah, it's like French New Wave, I think.
What?
I mean, it is post 2005, so it is new wave. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because the
it's
French
like-
New Wave was in the 60s.
But that's
Well,
old.
here's the thing.
It can't be in the 60s. That's old.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, they should have done that when it became like the 80s. They should be like, well, it's not French New Wave anymore. We're gonna call it the French Old Wave. And then they would have been like, and then they would have been like, the kids, they don't like French New Wave no more. And it would have been like so sad to. Hold on, what was my joke? Hold on, let me remember.
You can't even remember your own joke. You really are Sleepy Joe.
God, I did not prepare for this in this slightest. God damn it, dude.
I prepared a little bit more, I think, but
wait,
even
actually-
then, like I
Wait, hold on,
mostly
wait.
just off.
Man, this is just like. You know what? Actually, this reminds me of. So you guys like Kevin Smith, right?
I've never seen a
I've
single
seen
one
two
of
of
his
his movies.
movies.
I've seen Clerks. I like Clerks. I don't like Chasing Amy.
Well, how
But
you've seen the
like-
Smiling Friends episode?
I
with
have
Dante
seen the
from-
Smiling Friends episode, yes.
So you do know that much.
Yes.
But here's the thing about Kevin Smith. He's kind of similar to the Pink Panther in a way, and then he also has a French clumsy character in one of his movies. In the film Tusk, Johnny Depp plays this detective guy who's like the movie really pisses me off because it's so racist. Like as a Canadian, and it made me so mad because the whole movie, all the characters are like, "How about that?" and "I love hockey." And they have this like so retro. I mean, no, it's not Tusk. That's Yoga Hoses. Point is, Kevin Smith is really racist to Canadians. And I think the point I'm trying to make here is that the fact that I'm talking about this instead of The Legend of Frosty the Snowman proves that no one cares about The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. And
Well, we haven't even gone. We haven't even really gone into the.
No, I talked about it. I explained the plot of it, and no one noticed.
No, you didn't.
I did. I was like, "There's a kid. He's sad. Frosty shows up. He's Patrick.
No,
they find the book. And
That is the plot. That is literally the plot.
Not all of it. No, that's not all of it. No, there's a lot more like elements of it. Because like,
Okay.
because like fucking like
Elementals of it?
Because Frosty kind of
Elemental.
shut
up.
But throughout the film, like fucking like Frosty kind of like goes from like kid to kid and pretty much like sort of fucking like basically starts a revolution. Pretty much is the thing with like the kids or some shit, and like the parents get very angry about that, and like the principal character pretty much rises to power through that is a thing, and it's very weird and very clunky. I feel like, especially since like it kind of just severs all previous ties, like every other Frosty special is the thing. Because like this is gonna sound silly because like no one cares about Frosty continuity grand scheme of things, but like
well, I have. That's why I've been talking about it the whole time.
Shut up.
I have the kids that don't care about Frosty continuity no more.
But the other specials, like generally like speaking, like even though they're obviously like aren't really like specific with it, there's at least like some sort of like bounce here to here is a thing. Well, he was just like it just doesn't make sense. It's just like how the fuck this would happen is a thing. Especially with like that weird comic book angle they take with it. I don't get why they did that. I don't know why
object
they
here,
did that weird
Izreal.
prophecy thing.
Frosty Returns doesn't make sense either. Yet you were glazing that special. So
I wasn't glazing it. No, I wasn't really
you were.
glazing.
You kept
But,
saying
like,
that I got the
no, but,
lines
like-
wrong.
But you were getting the lines wrong, which just made your argument worse.
How do we know that? Maybe I time traveled and changed them.
No, because they're still
You know
here. It also guess what? You can't truly change the past, where the 12 monkeys time travel.
Well, here's the thing about 12 Monkeys, though, is that I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's a good movie.
Hold on.
No.
Actually, hold on. Guys, give me 1 second. Everyone be quiet. Okay, good. See, I've watched it now because I just time traveled in order to do it.
Shut up. Okay, what happens at the
Okay,
ending then? What's the ending of
I,
the monkey?
I do know what happened in this movie actually.
Okay.
Basically, actually, I'm gonna guess from the poster what happens.
Guess from the poster, he says.
12 monkeys.
This ought to be good.
Okay, actually, I do have a good prediction here. So there's this guy. Oh wait, hold on. Yo, the guy in the poster has a red eye. This is just like what you were talking about with Jack Frost's red eye in Winter Wonderland.
God damn it.
I see where this is going. But okay.
It
So
all,
I'm
it all
gonna
comes together.
So 12 Monkeys is about, my childhood trauma of being in Sears.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is cute actually. I'm zooming in. If you zoom in on the eye actually has a monkey on it. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
adorable.
It does.
Yeah.
God, Terry Gilliam is such a genius. How did he come up with that? That's so smart.
How do you come up with a red monkey eye?
No, because it's cute. Because it's like the movie's called 12 Monkeys and they put a monkey on his eye. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that's cute.
So anyway,
And you
okay,
wouldn't notice that.
what is 12 Monkeys about? From just looking
Okay.
at the poster.
Okay, I think looking from the poster, I'm gonna get the idea that this guy is like he's like evil because the red eye makes him spooky.
Okay.
And then the two characters behind him, I can't really tell. There's like two faces.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, this guy's a bit spooky. He's a little. He's going bananas."
Brian,
Yeah.
You got it 100% correct. Good job.
Yeah, yes.
No, we did not. No, we
And they time travel to get rid of his. Well, hold on. So they time travel, but they go back to the past too far. And they're like, other character. We'll say her name's like Charlotte or something, and we'll go, hey Charlotte, we're stranded in the past, and all we got are these 12 monkeys. And then the other character will go, I just don't care about no monkeys no more. And
He's really good at predicting 12 Monkeys. Very good.
thank you. Why do I keep bringing these? Aren't even funny jokes, and I keep repeating like half of them. This is so bad.
I mean, look, we're
Brian,
talking
you
about
want-
12 Monkeys
Brian-
instead of the Legend of Frosty the Snowman.
Well, I actually, I did also like the part where one of the monkeys is like out of frame, and Charlotte goes, "Could you stand back, Mr. Monkey? You're out of focus." I thought that was that was a good little detail to include there.
He's really good at this, folks. God damn it. That was such a swish. Bringing in the Goofy movie running joke. God damn it.
Oh god, I would do this. Oh my god, I'm so good at this.
I think
I'm
Brian's
too good.
already won the debate. I think debate over, folks.
no.
Brian's won.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's
He
not.
swishes and he scores. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, this is why I'm like undefeated. I'm like, hold on. I'm like the Boston Celtics. I've never lost a championship.
Have we
Is
not
that
lost?
true?
Have
Are
we
they
not
a good
lost?
team? don't
I know
know
we've
much
won
about
the
it.
most NBA championships. I don't know if we might have lost a couple.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm telling you, Boston on top.
Yeah.
Toronto Raptors on top. Miami Dolphins on top.
I mean,
Texas,
Miami is the only team in the NFL to ever go undefeated and win a Super Bowl. That is the only team to ever do that.
Yeah, exactly. Texas. Well, what's the Texas team called? I'm going to say they're called the Steelers. No.
That's
Chargers.
Pittsburgh. No, that's LA.
Okay. Sorry, the LA Steelers?
No, the LA Chargers. It's the Pittsburgh
The LA
Steelers.
Chargers. Oh. Well, LA should have a better battery life.
So it's the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston
Okay.
Texans. Those are the football
Okay.
teams for Texas.
Okay. I have conversations like this all the time with my one sports friend. I'll show up and be like, the Dodgers played a good game today. And they're like, Matthew, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I do this and actually, I have a funny story. Did any of you watch baseball?
No,
I wanna
do
get
not.
back
I
into
do not care
baseball.
anything about-
Okay, well, see, baseball I,
don't-
only followed because the Toronto Blue Jays, the
Mhm.
iconic team,
Yes.
they were up, and we almost won. We almost won the World Series. This was a very close call. And then we lost, obviously, to stupid Yankees. I hate
Dodgers.
the Yankees. Pack of cheaters. That's not Yankees. Yeah, you're right. No, Dodgers. Hate the Dodgers. Pack of cheaters. That's what they are. But anyway, but the thing is, then the day that happened, I was like, I pinged everyone. I was like, well, guys, we did it. and I sent the newspaper headline of Jays win World Series from 1992, and it wasn't even a funny joke. But listen, I think I convinced some people that they won because it seemed convincing. The Blue Jays have won at some point. They've won 2 World Series. Wait, is it 2? It might be 3.
I have no idea. I don't even know how many World Series the Red Sox have won.
I mean, the Red Sox are washed. I'm not gonna lie. They have like bad aura.
You watch your tongue, mister.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Okay, listen. Oh, look at me, American over here. Well, I'm American. Oh, look, I'm American, and I eat hot dog at baseball game. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, I am American. I support capitalism. Like, okay, buddy. Like, I don't know what my point is there. Wait, hold on. Do I have a point to this? Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on. I've almost got something. Oh yeah, I said baseball's boring. I hate baseball. I hate it. It's so boring. Whenever I've like been dragged to baseball, I'm just sitting there, and it's just like every 5 seconds they stop and there's like an advertisement on the screen. I'm like, bro, your game is so boring. I have to fill like my ADHD dopamine like attention span. Like, bro, I don't care about baseball. I only care about wait, do I care about sports? Hold on, let me double check this.
Football.
Soccer's cool. I know you Americans hate soccer for some reason.
We do hate soccer. Yeah.
Yeah. So soccer's cool. I like. Not really a sport though. I hate badminton. Badminton's the worst sport of all time.
Badminton, yeah, but maybe in Canada they have professional badminton. We don't have professional badminton in America.
Badminton sucks, bro. I because in gym I used to try to hit it over the net. I couldn't get it. The stupid fucking birds.
Yeah, the birds.
Called birdies.
Yeah, birdies.
What are we abusing animals? They're called birdies.
Yes, like, animal abuse.
Exactly, animal abuse out on the town. Like, what are we doing here? What are we honestly doing here? It's crazy. It's crazy work, I tell you.
Mr. Izreal, your closing thoughts on the Legend of Frosty the Snowman?
We barely even.
Your closing thoughts.
Knows what happened in that
No, we don't.
Oh, this is not cartoon. Listen, we know the plot. The kid is like, I'm sad. I'm upset with my life. And then Frosty's like, now listen up, kid.
Yeah, but there's so many things to talk about still. What comes like the way it's presented and shit.
Let me finish my quote. He goes, listen up, kid. Sometimes there are bad times in life. Sometimes there are good times in life. But you know what's most important of all? You have the heart. The heart of Frosty, Snowman.
No.
And he hugged the kid. And he's like, well, I guess I better wave goodbye. But don't you cry. I'll be back again someday.
Oh my god!
Is Santa in this? Is Santa in this special? By the way,
no, he's not. No, he's not.
I mean, he's not. That makes sense. Okay. Is no, Mailman's not in it. Frosty's
not. Most of them are not. Wasn't it fucking signature?
Frosty got divorced in between specials. By the way, did they mention his wife? I don't think.
No, they never mention his wife again.
No, because once again, if we actually talked about it, this one diverts completely from the timeline. Is a thing, like it diverts completely from the timeline because like it's implied that he never meets anyone else in this timeline. Like he was just stuck in a stupid box.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you're saying that he never met anyone in this timeline? Is that correct?
Yes, he didn't meet anyone.
Is it because Frosty time traveled and stopped the other specials from happening?
No, it's because no. It's more. Oh my god, I hate you. I actually. God damn it.
Wait, hold on. Also, I do just want to say time travel is canon to too many movies because there is time traveling in the. Hold on, it happened in the. I want to say the Back to the Future episode.
Well, that is the time travel movie trilogy.
The guy with the pig profile pictures, like how we gotta. Sorry, I'm sorry, Mr. Swine. No beef. I forgot your name, but. So mean, bro. I didn't even. Oh. That's so mean. It's so... I need to write a humble apology to Mr. Swine here.
Mr. Swine.
Yeah, but Swine's like, hey, listen up, pal. kids don't care about the time travel no more. We got time travel. And Hal's like, that's a great idea, swine. But you don't answer that. You're like, no. I remember the joke. I'm a real fan. I listen to these episodes. I know what happens. You're like, hey, listen up. I'm sorry, Mr. Swine, but we already completed the episode. I'm afraid we can't do this bit. And then he's like, sigh. I guess I'll leave now. And then that song plays. That's like, brown, brown, da 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 da. Da, 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 brown.
I mean, your memory is pretty top notch, I must say.
Thank you. Oh wait, actually, I do follow this up. This was 167. This was a great episode. This was a good one.
Of course, you followed that.
Oh my!
I keep laughing at my own jokes. Fucking the guy off the pig profile.
Anyway,
no, but my point is, it does prove that time travel is canon to the Too Many Movies universe.
That's true. So. That's true. It's true.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do closing thoughts, I guess, since that's where I'll actually talk about this.
Sure. Do your closing thoughts. You have 1 minute.
So wait, hold on, Izreal. Why are you doing closing thoughts? You barely even got to talk about the special.
Shut the fuck up. This is your fault. This is like whenever you fucking call on my Michelle Hanukkah list, being like, "Oh, Izreal, what about this? What about that?" Fuck you.
Oh, that was one of my favorite jokes. That's one of my favorite jokes I've ever made. Okay, how do you know? Okay, so Izreal has a list called Michelle Hanukkah films ranked by how uncomfortable they are.
Sure.
And he says something on it like, "Please do not like." He's like, "Please do not acknowledge the lack of." What movie? Cachet and the White Ribbon. I will get to them eventually. And I comment some bullshit like, I noticed that there's no cachet or the White Ribbon specifically. Will you add them eventually?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most annoying comment anyone's ever left on anything ever.
Yeah.
And I did that. It was so fun. It was so funny.
Oh that is God. Very funny.
I have my favorite list on Letterboxd. I have this list called Michelle Hanukkah Ranked. And the joke is I've only seen Funny Games, like both versions. So the list is just Funny Games, and I haven't seen any of his other movies. I think that's really funny.
Well, you should add a third movie that is not his.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I already have time travel. I'm adding the piano teacher too.
No, you can't do that. That's my favorite movie.
No. I know what happens in that movie. The Michelle Hanukkah's is like. The kids, they just don't play piano no more.
That's not what happens at all. That is not what happens at all.
Actually, hold on. There's a piano teacher in Frosty, Legend of Frosty the Snowman. That actually does connect. There's a piano teacher.
That's true. Okay, yep. You know what? Oh, so now I see why Izreal really likes this one. There's a piano teacher in Legend of Frosty.
This is my least favorite one.
Okay. Oh, because there's a piano teacher, because it reminds you, hey, I can think of a better movie than this, and that is the piano teacher.
I mean, you can say
like
that.
Honestly, I do think. Hold on. Anyway, actually, I got an idea, guys.
Okay.
I feel we're getting too sidetracked here, so I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
All right, guys, we have time traveled to the concluding argument segment of the podcast here. Izreal will give us
no.
Okay.
No. Yeah, now we gotta give our concluding thoughts about. Let's talk about Legends. Jesus. Okay,
I forget why I even started saying time travel at this point. What was my point even? I'm gonna have to watch this back when you record and be like, okay, when was the first time I said time travel?
Okay. Anyways, Legend of Frosty Snowman, not very good. For a lot of reasons I mentioned, it's very. God, I didn't even mention the fucking principal. Oh my God. God damn it. This is.
Good point.
Oh my.
Okay, anyway, can I do my closing arguments?
Yeah, do your closing arguments.
Whatever.
Okay,
whatever.
My closing arguments is sorry, I forgot my closing arguments. I'm laughing at the asexual Drake image down here.
Yeah, I've been staring at that for the past hour. It's just asexual Drake.
Love this asexual Drake. No dick, no balls, just platonic vibes. Oh, actually, you guys want to do a chaser segment of Jesus versus Frosty? Because I think that's also an important special to mention because
Jesus versus Frosty.
Frosty is
I noticed that you watched that. I noticed that you watched that randomly. Hal, after me and Brian watched it, which is really funny.
I literally watched it after you guys because you guys watched it. I thought, yeah, I'll watch it too. So
See, I like that special because it really does show the longevity of South Park because they made this and the other one. So you watched the Jesus versus Santa after, which are they're both the first two pilots that they made. And it's interesting because South Park has lasted so long that they've went from make two people making a special with like cardboard, like literally like hand by hand moving it, and it was like hell to make. They've gone from that to making an episode where Cartman yells 6-7 for half the runtime. Like, just think about that. It really does show the evolution of society in many ways.
Evolution is not the word I would think of, but sure, to each their own.
No, I think so. I mean, I love the special. No dick, no balls, just platonic love. Actually, no, it is crazy because Cartman is Kenny in that one. Cartman dies, but it's Kenny.
Yeah, they say Kenny. Yeah, that was my only issue with the special. I'm like, that's not Kenny. That's Cartman.
I did think that the continuity there wasn't great. I think they should have time traveled and changed that. Oh, wait, no, they did. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. Never mind.
Okay.
There's a South Park episode where they're like, we got to make a Christmas special for the town. And then they make the original, the Jesus versus Santa short. And it's like basically Matt and Trey venting about how hard it was to make it. It's cute. Y'all should watch that. That's a good special.
Sure.
But my point here is, wait, hold on. Sorry, give me one more second.
Oh, he's breaking out the Jeopardy music.
Anyway, so my point here is that Jesus versus Frosty portrays the Frosty character in the most accurate he's ever been because he's killing children, and at least he's upfront about it. Because the other specials try to hide it, but in this one he's upfront and honest. And
he does. That's not. It's a rude caricature of him because he's just a kind.
Is it rude if it's what actually happened?
No, it's not what happened. It's not.
Actually, no, it didn't happen because that's not Carmen. Never mind. I guess it didn't happen.
Yes,
but in spirit, it happened. Yeah. I guess in the spirit of Christmas, it happened. Get it in there? It's like
I do.
Spirit, huh? Toby Fox is such a genius, man. Oh, sorry, that's Frank with B humor. You guys want to get that one?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, should we mention Christmas in July? Did we do that already? Do we want to do like a brief?
It sucks. I didn't rewatch it.
It's bad and it's long and it's boring. And Israel's like, it's not that bad. And he kept trying.
I did that to rage bait you. I hope you know.
I feel like I'm insulted because he said something so jokingly. And when have I ever made a joke in this entire podcast?
Never.
Every episode? How? I mean, are you really telling me that the Super Friends segment was ironic?
Honestly, let's see. Would I want the Super Friends segment to be ironic? Because it is genuinely funny, but then I could find out, oh, you actually do like Super Friends, which would be nice.
No, I do hate it. I 100% hate it. I exaggerated it, but I do fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So, like, genuinely speaking, so you know that you guys have seen that fucking Pixar short where it's like Mr. Incredible and Frozone and they're watching like the shitty that was me watching Super Friends. Literally, I was like, what is this? Talking about the movie, yelling about the rabbit. That was me. I was like, what the hell is this? What's going on? Why is there life to this? It's so bad. Like, honestly, I would have expected them to do that thing with the mouths where the mouths like move, but they're not like animation mouths. They're like real people mouths. I'm surprised that the Frosty specials didn't do that, honestly. Like,
why? What do you mean? What do you mean?
They're like, the kids just don't like mouths no more. And they're just like, this would be so sad.
Well, anyway, gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming out tonight to debate Frosty. Like I said at the beginning, I feel we're all dumber having listened to what we had to say in this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anything productive was actually done here. It's hard to say. Brian ruined everything.
Me? Ruined everything? Well, it's Christmas, though. And how could I ruin everything when this is just a classic Christmas miracle?
Mm-hmm.
It's a miracle here.
Oh, I get it.
Well, folks, thanks for listening to the Frosty episode. Yeah, we learned a lot of things, but I think the most important thing we learned is that Frosty, he's a snowman, which just goes to show that no matter how different we all are, everyone can get along with each other,
Wow.
except for a certain group of people. You know who I'm talking about.
Excuse me?
What?
What'd you say?
I was just wrapping up the episode.
You said something about a certain group of people. Which group were you talking about?
Oh, no. It was a joke. It was a joke, but it didn't land as much as I thought, but it doesn't matter. I guess, whatever. Cha-cha-cha.
But I'm curious, though. You're not going to say what group it was? You don't want to say which group?
It was the group that was supposed to it was supposed to be a mind experiment. Whoever came to your mind, but it was a joke. It doesn't matter. It didn't land as much as...
Well, just say the group, dude. Just say what group it is.
Sorry, I'm with Brian here, and we don't even know who you are.
Who are you? Oh, I forget his one. Yeah, how'd you get in here? Wait, hold on. Who said the album or whatever? How'd you get in here? This is a private event. It's fine. Look, no one cares. They'll pick up on it.
They'll pick up. Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. This is a very tiring day. I need a drink.
Just